Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's very early in the morning here where I'm recording. And this is a request from John, and it's Steely Dan. I don't have any Steely Dan on the channel so far. I have heard Steely Dan before. I'm not sure if I've heard this song. I probably have. It's called Black Cow. And we had mostly brown cows on the farm when I was a child, which is good because I prefer chocolate milk over white. But at any rate, they were jerseys. I'm guessing this is not a song about cows, probably, but we'll find out, and we'll have a look at the lyrics afterwards because some of the band members wrote the lyrics too. Thank you very much, John. John was commented very early on the channel and has been a good supporter all the way through so far. I hope he likes this one. We'll see. I have to be honest. I like Steely Dan. I couldn't name any of their songs, and I haven't heard them for a really long time. So we'll see whether this is one that I recognize when we jump in. Just before I do, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that helps a lot, and it's completely free and easy to do. If you want to support the channel some more, there are ways in the description to donate to the channel and or bump up your request if you'd like it a little quicker. Let's get started with Steely Dan. Here we are, Black Cow, Steely Dan. I like the intro.
In the corner of my eye, I saw you in Rudy's. You were very high. You were high. It was a crying disgrace. They saw your face on the counter.
I'm smiling. I'll back up. I'm smiling because right when it came in, it reminded me of the Steely Dan sound. They had a sound, and the voices, but also just the sound of the band. Yeah, you recognize it. I'd forgotten, but as soon as I heard it, it's like, oh yeah, no, that's Steely Dan.
In the corner of my eye, I saw you in Rudy's. You were very high. You were high. It was a crying disgrace. They saw your face on the counter by your keys. Was a book of numbers and your remedies. One of these surely will screen out the sorrow. But where are you tomorrow? I can't cry anymore. You run around, you run around. Break away just when it seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your big black cow and get out of here.
You said drink your big black cow. There must be some sort of a drink. I'm going to think about that. Have I ever heard of a black cow? I've heard of a black Russian, but I'm not sure if I heard of a black cow.
Down to Green Street, there you go, looking so outrageous, and they tell you so. You should know how all the pros play the game. You change your name like a gangster on a run. You will stagger home to your precious one.
music, the instruments are really gorgeous. They're really amazing. I love it. It sounded like some horns in there, and there's a lot going on, and it's really beautiful and almost sounds lovely. But if you're listening carefully to the lyrics, which you can hear most of them here, it's fairly clear, even for me, which I always have trouble, especially on the first time listening. And I'm not sure I've heard this song. I recognize the Steely Dan sound for sure. I'm not really sure if I know this song or not, but I don't know it closely, that's for sure. And I've never listened carefully to the lyrics. I don't have any Steely Dan albums, which I used to read the lyrics on the back or on the inside when they had them, which they did most of the time. That's what I loved about them. Uh, but the music sounds really upbeat, or maybe not upbeat, but really nice and beautiful, and the lyrics are a little darker, and we'll have a look at the lyrics separately after. But yeah, really good voice, but more, this particular song is more of a storytelling, right? It's as far as the voice goes, but then you have all this musicality going on behind, which is amazing too. Yeah, really good.
Get out of here.
Nice. Beautiful. A good beat.
I can't cry anymore. Break away. Just when it seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your big black cow and get out of here.
Nice. I love it. I think we're closing out here. Nice ending with some saxophone. At least it sounded like sax to me. Guess that's the very end. All right, excellent reminder of Steely Dan's sound. I recognize that sound right away. I don't totally recognize this song, but I might have heard it. Probably did in the past. But like I said, I didn't pay close attention to the lyrics, and I didn't sit down and deliberately listen to it as I did many artists that I had actual albums for or CDs for. I would have heard it on the radio probably while milking cows as a as a young person, um, many years ago. Anyways, let's have a specific look at the lyrics now. I did a little cheat in between, and before I pulled up the lyrics here, went and looked for the black cow drink to see what it was all about. And apparently, originally, it was a root beer float, which I'm very familiar with. Very rarely we got to have a root beer float, or sometimes we used another soda like Coke. Uh, Almost never got soda when we were children, but every once in a while, my mother would make a root beer float. But I never heard it called a black cow. And now apparently some of them include liquor. I'm guessing there was liquor involved in this song. um, I mean in the lyrics. But let's have a look. By Steely Dan, songwriters Walter Carl Becker and Donald J. Fagen, members of the band. In the corner of my eye, I saw you in Rudy's. You were very high. You were high. It was a cry and disgrace. They saw your face. On the counter by your keys was a book of numbers and your remedies. One of these surely will screen out of sorrow. But where are you tomorrow? So it sounds like they're in a bar. She's very high on something. It could be alcohol, drugs, this person's saying it's a disgrace. They saw your face, so I guess if you've ever seen somebody who's high, you can tell usually. By your keys was a book of numbers and your remedies. I don't know, drugs maybe. I can't cry anymore while you run around, break away just when it seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your big black cow and get out of here. I smiled every time he said drink your big black cow. I don't know why. I get this picture in my mind. I get this picture in my mind of us squirting from the cow to our kittens or cats every once in a while. They like that. But yeah, that's just me because, random things. Yeah, so I'm guessing maybe that book of numbers, because it says while you run around. A book of numbers would be other guys or other hookups or whatever. Drink your big black cow and get out of here. That's why I think it's probably an alcoholic drink here. Down to Green Street. There you go, looking so outrageous, and they tell you so. Don't know Green Street. It's probably a reference to something specific. I have a thought, but I'm not going to say it because I could get in trouble. And they tell you so. You should know how all the pros play the game. You change your name like a gangster on the run. You will stagger homeward to your precious one. So I'm the one who must make everything right. Take it out till day. Talk it out rather till daylight. So I guess maybe using him to try to solve the problem, try to smooth things over after getting high again and doing things that, shouldn't do or embarrassing or whatever, and feeling like crap the next day because up above it said, or was it, but where are you tomorrow? Yeah. The night out might be kind of fun, but tomorrow maybe not. I can't cry anymore while you run around, break away just when it seems so clear. Okay, same. So outrageous, so outrageous. So outrageous. Okay. So we get a fairly clear picture of what this is about and a little bit of clarification on the black cow as a drink. So yeah, very good. Yeah, have a root beer float, but maybe not too much alcohol, maybe just a touch on special occasions or something like that. I've never had it with any alcohol. I don't really drink things like that anymore. Not keen on milk. Not keen on. Yeah, I have the occasional root beer, but I don't usually do floats or anything. Interesting lyrics. Very good. Very well done. Well written, and the music was incredible. It was Steely Dan. You knew it right away if you'd ever heard Steely Dan before. And then I think moving forward, if we listen to more Steely Dan, you'll sort of hear that sound. And also, yeah, the voice is good. Like I say, it was a bit more of a storytelling type of song, except that the instrumentation was amazing in the background. There's so many things going on: keyboarding, the drum, keeping the pace and the beat, and the horns and sax there, and yeah, everything. It was really, really well done. So thank you very much, John. I appreciated this request. It was a good one to put on. I probably wouldn't have just automatically thought of a Steely Dan to put on the channel by myself because it wasn't someone that it was someone I listened to on the radio, but wasn't someone I purchased records or CDs. So sometimes I look around here and I say, oh, I haven't heard them for a while. Let's do a reaction. But I wouldn't have seen them. So that was a good one. All right, let me know who else you would like to hear from, either more Steely Dan or someone else. Check in the description to see how you can bump up your request if you want to do that. Like the video if you did, give it a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified. I think even if videos get blocked, although I'm not absolutely sure. I got to check that out. Keep saying it as if I know, and I don't. But I do think it helps you. When videos get blocked, the algorithm gets really messed up. So I think just subscribing doesn't cut it. At any rate, keep listening, keep having fun. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Bye bye for now.